Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel. Especially if this reading resonates with you, it is totally free, does not cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Wheel of Fortune. You may have lately been feeling like you are at the bottom of the wheel, between the rubber and the road. Instead of being on top of the wheel, instead of having things really going in our favor, we've been kind of feeling the opposite. Well, I think things are turning, okay? The times are turning for you. I think it's Leo o'clock right now, okay? This is a card of divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune is a lot more harmony, a lot more progress, a lot more growth, okay? A lot more luck, serendipity, synchronicity, a lot more green lights from the universe. I think the universe is saying that what you've been doing is about to really hit and really start paying off, and the wheel's going to start turning faster and faster and faster and faster. So now's not the time to stop doing it, okay? It's time to do it more. Double down on what you're doing already, okay? Let's put this card into a little bit of context. This is all prosperity. Ooh, love. This is all growth. This is the future you. And you want to impress the future you, okay? We got the Star card back here. We've got the Hermit up top. We've got the Ace of Wands in the future. You're not losing power. You're gaining power. You're not losing steam. You're gaining steam, okay? If this is working and you love it, you feel that, you're going to work harder. Okay? Now's the time for you to push even harder and even faster and do it more and more and more and more. Once it starts to pay off, once it starts to really bring you some rewards, right? That Two of Cups, it starts to feel good. It starts to feel like it's working, right? And we get that reward. Sometimes it may influence us to sort of slow down and just look at the reward and say, oh, I love it, I got it, I made it, I did it, I succeeded, right? Don't get distracted by that reward. Take it, accept it, feel it, love it, cherish it, hold on to it, but double down. Go faster, faster, faster. Do more. Do more of what's been working for you. Okay, and this Two of Cups will grow into a 10 of Cups. Yeah. Path of the Serpent, we have the Death card. We've got a Prince of Pentacles, very nice. We've got a Princess of Cups and the Empress. See, yeah, you double down. Guess what? That Two of Cups becoming an Empress, becoming the Big Rock Candy Mountain, becoming paradise, heaven on earth, Garden of Eden. The best life. We thought the Two of Cups was good. The Empress is exponentially better than the Two of Cups. Okay? Exponentially better. You're getting more out of this than you're putting in. So let's put in more, right? It's the ratio. It's 2 to 1. For every 1 you put in, you get 2 back. Okay, well, let's put in as many as we can. Let's literally double down, right? This is beautiful, excellent cards. And you've got this, the earth energy, which is very, very important, especially in the environment, because this is the Prince of Pentacles. It's the builder. Keep on doing it. Keep on building. Show up every day. Show up earlier. Stay later. Put in more effort. Okay, it's going to pay you off. It's going to pay off in just exponential growth. Multiples upon multiples. Whatever you're doing right now. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something financial. Maybe it's something creative. Do more of it. All right, do more of it. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're set down right here with Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it down in the comments. Your guess, your hunch, whatever. Okay. Now, let's look around the room. Major, 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 and major. That is a lot of major arcana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Half of the reading is major arcana. The other half of the reading, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, mostly court cards, but also your effort and the reward for your effort. It's all about the dopamine, the reward system for what you've done, which inspires you, energizes you, motivates you to do it again, but twice as hard, twice as much, twice as big, and that's the circuit that we're completing here, right? That's part of this wheel of fortune. The more you do it, the more rewards you're going to get for doing it. Well, if you do something and it feels good, in that real way, love, 2 of Cups, real, it feels good. It's not just gratification, which we got to talk about. Real love, it really is something that is producing good results. It's going to motivate you to do it again and again and again and again and again. More and more and more, till we want to fill up our entire day with doing this, right? You got splendid energy right now. This is beautiful. A lot of major arcana. It's saying half of the battle, or half of the work is spirit, half of the work is you. In other words, once you start putting in this effort, once you committed to this, once you started showing up every day, proving that you're not going anywhere, proving that you can do it, that you can handle it, that you can stay consistent, proving that you've earned your place here, spirit kicks in. The universe is going to conspire to help you. The hand of providence is going to move once you move. Okay? So you've followed your destiny. You've seen the starlight. And you made the choice to commit to it and start doing that work. And that's it. Grinding away at something. Spirit noticed. Spirit noticed. Okay? Spirit, universe, the world, guardian angels, ancestors, spirit guides, God, goddess, deity, whatever you want to call it. It noticed, and it conspires to help you. And now it's bringing that extra, it's meeting you halfway in a way, right? You're putting in your efforts, and spirit's, it's like that 401k match. It's like, okay, now spirit's going to put in effort too. And this is how we get that exponential growth. You got to double down. If you're getting a 2-to-1 return on something, you keep going. You put more and more and more you can into it. Who knows how long this particular flow state is going to last, right? So do it as much as you can right now, which is going to involve, of course, some hermit energy. So we got our majors. We've got fire. We've got water. Don't have any air. We got our earth energies. Okay. Why is there no air? I think because there's no question. There's no doubt. There's no self-consciousness. There is no confusion. There's no worries, man. No worries. It is, it's flow. It's you putting in your effort, working together with spirit in tandem, co-creators of your reality, co-creators of this Empress life that you're building. We don't need any plan. We don't need to wonder about things. We already have a plan. We don't need to think about it. We don't have questions. We're not looking for answers or directions. We're not looking for opinions. We're doing the work. And the more you do it, the more it's gonna pay off. You're not trying to think about what to do. You're trying to do what to do. You're a human doing, right? You are defining your life by what you are doing and what effect it's having on you and on the world around you. That's how we define ourselves, right? And the 2 of Cups, I think, is that connection. You feel that you are really, there's a reciprocity here, right? There's a give and take. There is, it's kind of saying that me plus this thing, whatever, maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's you and your purpose, the path, the work itself. You and this other thing are equaling more than 2. 1 plus 1 is equaling an infinite number. Okay? And I think when we feel that, when we realize that, and in a way it's kind of like when you're working with spirit, in tune with your starlight, in tune with your sense of purpose, together in tandem with that, you're creating an unlimited supply of love, an unlimited supply of reward, of water energy, of bliss, of happiness, of progress, of whatever is sort of nourishing your life. Okay? And yeah, maybe money too, right? So I feel like this is really Spirit's way of saying, look, get in business with me and you won't regret it, right? And I think and really it's coming from that starlight. If you are following your star, and you are committed to this, and you are bound together, working in tandem, and you're following your purpose. Okay, you've accepted what Spirit has shown you, and you're doing it regardless of what your ego consciousness is thinking. And that's maybe why we don't have swords here too, because of course the ego, if we invoke that ego consciousness, it's going to start doubting. It's going to start saying, really, well, what if I don't want to do this? What if I don't want this to be who I am, right? The star is helping us ask the question and answer the question, who am I? Why am I here? The ego doesn't always like the answer. And to me, the ego consciousness is a lot of the swords energy. We don't see the swords energy here. What we see is Spirit has given you a glimpse of who you are and why you're here. You are accepting that starlight, and you're doing the work. You're the vehicle of your own destiny. You're trying to give expression to whatever that starlight is that's trying to make its way through you into the world. And this kind of commitment, this kind of love that you have for this path or for Spirit or however you want to phrase it, is leading to rewards beyond your wildest dreams, beyond imagination. Okay? The Queen of Pentacles, that's your future you. Okay? And you want to make your future self happy, right? So we're kind of, we're understanding who we're going to be, where we're going to be, and what we're going to be doing in the future. And it's really another way, even these two figures, they sort of look the same, right? Same sort of posture. And even they're connected with the Empress as well. Because this is the image, this is the idea, this is the spiritual influx of light, you know. And then the Queen of Pentacles is the projection into the future of what that life really would look like, realizing that, okay, this is where I want to get, this is my future self, my future life. I got to start making choices. I got to start building that up, sort of step by step to approach this future self, right? And of course, here with the Empress, it's sort of the combination of these two, right? The star plus the Queen of Pentacles allows the Empress energy to blossom and grow, and that abundance really becomes real. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is that future you. Who you are, where you are, and what you're doing in the future. Looking back on right now and being very glad that you invested what you did. An investment, yes, of time, effort, energy, and or maybe money. Okay? This is the future you, being very, very happy that you sort of went all in, that you doubled down, that you just put in more and more and more and more. You don't want your future self to regret the choices that you made right at this time, see? And to do this in the proper way, we do need the Hermit energy. It may take you away from just having fun. It may take you away from just relaxing, having a good time in life. You may have to go kind of back to the lab, go hermit mode, really get just... allocate your time appropriately. Okay? Follow your light. If you want to see the starlight, and if you want to follow that starlight, and you really want to get to work in the right way, you've got to try to ignore and block out some of these other distractions. We're putting on this cloak of invisibility. Nothing's going to bother me. I'm going to be able to just sit here and do this work as much as possible. I'm going to get it while the getting's good. Okay? So we got to go a little hermit mode. Okay? It may take you away from some of your friends, some of your hobbies, and these fun things that you like to do because you're focused on something. You're focused on this particular work of yours, whatever it might be. It could be a relationship. It could be an art kind of project, an investment of time. Maybe you're fixing something. Maybe you're working a business. Whatever it is. This is about you learning how to allocate your time. knowing what we have to say no thank you to, right? Maybe I'll come back another time, but right now I need to focus on this work. And we're just putting our head down, we're getting to it. Okay, getting to it. And the thing about doing the work and getting those rewards, again, it's like this is the dopamine hit. Closing this circuit, right? We're accomplishing something, we're getting the reward. That reward in turn motivates us to go out and do it again and do it more often, to do it better, faster, whatever. And then we get that reward again, and then we get motivated again, and then we get the reward again. And it's a continuous cycle of achievement, of success, of growth, expansion, progress. The Wheel of Fortune is that Jupiter energy. A lot of growth right now, unlimited growth. Whatever this is, you can grow it as much as you want. It's just up to you how much time, effort, energy, and or money you have available to put into it. Well, that brings us to the Death card. Death card is also about how we're allocating resources. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is free. Okay. Maybe it's an investment of time, but it's free to subscribe to the channel anyway. So this is about the recycling of energy. All the energy that we've been putting into other things, time, effort, energy, and or maybe money, that we've been putting into other things. If we took all of that back in and put it into this thing, then we're maximizing our investment and we're going to maximize the returns, the exponential growth here. You're running a business and you say, well, I've only got so many hours in the day. How can we make more hours in the day, right? How can we make better use of the time we do have? Let's say we all have $24 in our wallet, right? How are we going to invest those dollars to get the most out of it? How are we going to use those hours of our day? Because that's the Death card. It's slow and steady, gradual progress over the course of time. It really represents change, right? The rate of change over time. So we're able to be aware, we're able to analyze how we've been investing our time and money and all that stuff, and how we can do it better. Okay? We can't make more time, but we can make better use of the time we have. So it's, you got 24 hours in a day, put 24 hours of your day into this thing. Well, you need a couple hours for sleep, you need a couple hours for whatever, you know. You've got to be aware of how you're doing that, and you've got to do it in a way that is sustainable. It could be that this is a very intense push that's going to really level up your life very quickly. So it might be, I got to work overtime for the next few weeks, but then things can kind of calm down again. But we've got to be willing to push to take on that additional responsibility. We got to be able to shuffle our time around a little bit. And that's why we got the Hermit energy, because it might be saying like, look, I don't have a lot of time for relaxing. I don't have a lot of time for leisure. I don't have a lot of time for a lot of things, because I've got to, I got to work nights and weekends, because now's the time that I got to hustle. I got to get on the grind for something, because it's now is the time where it's really hitting, right? So we got to get it while it's hot. Yeah. And of course, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. And this is your ability, your honest ability to know that, okay, I'm capable of this. I'm not going to go ahead and agree to, all right, I'll work 24-hour shifts all week, right? We got to be on it. We got to be realistic about what we can commit to, because what you're committing to, you're going to have to fulfill. So it's okay to say, well, you know what, I can do nights, weekends, I can work some double shifts, and I'm going to force myself to do it. But of course, you got to have time for other responsibility. You got to take care of yourself. You got to be reasonable with what you're going to be demanding of yourself, because once you commit to it, you've got to see it through. Okay, and this is your ability to do that. You're a very consistent person. This is you on the grind. This is the builder. It's saying, all right, you know what? You can build this thing in a week, but you're going to have to put in the hours. All right, yeah. Do you want it? You want it that bad? Yeah. Are you that committed to it? Do you love it that much? Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it. All right. The Princess of Cups in that position, that's the position of what we don't want. We don't want to be distracted by these immediate gratifications. Okay? In some ways, that's the card that says we have to sometimes, sometimes if we're really in the flow, right? You ever have that experience where you're working on something and you love it so much and you're really focused on it and committed to it, you kind of forget to have lunch? That's what this card is kind of about, that we have to be willing to just say, you know what, I can tolerate a little bit of being uncomfortable now because this is it. I don't want to work overtime. I don't want to work weekends. You know what I mean? I don't want to work 24-hour shifts, but I'm willing to suffer. I'm willing to sacrifice the immediate gratifications of life in order to do something that means so much more to me than just this little thing. So let's not be distracted. These are the temptations. This is when you're grinding away at work and then you're just having these visions of like pillows and like sheep jumping over the fences, and you're just like, oh, what if I just went home now? What if I just quit? Right? Or you're sort of, somebody's like, it's like when you're starving and you're working and someone's like cooking a pizza in the oven. You're like, oh my gosh, what if I just stopped doing this now and I just went and ate, And the Hermit is sort of preventing a lot of that, because the Hermit is saying, okay, if I'm trying to get down and work and do this thing, I'm not going to hang out with people that are cooking pizza, right? So it's kind of like choosing our environment, choosing the state of mind and the environment, internal and external environment. That's going to give us the best chances of sticking with this and doubling down and putting in all this time, effort, energy, and or maybe money. So we wouldn't then, it's like an alcoholic that is trying to stay, sober, right? Why would you go and hang out at the bars with your friends? Well, just get some new friends or hang out by yourself somewhere else. Why would you put yourself in that situation? It's not going to make it any easier for you, right? And that's sort of the idea, that we want to be in control. We want to set our life up in the way for now. I think this is a very quick, intense push of energy. We want to set our life up in the way that's going to be the most conducive to us squeezing all the juice we can out of this. Okay? And we're going to make such amazing progress toward this Empress life. I mean, this is Big Rock Candy Mountain. This is a life that you love and it loves you back. You put into it, and it's giving you twice as much back. Okay? And this is really something. This is paradise. This is you living your best life. It's worth it. Let's look at the mystery card. What do we think? Maybe the strength card, right? Leo, power card. Maybe a 9 or a 10 of cups. Though I don't think we really need it. Maybe a 9 or a 10 of pentacles, because I feel like with that Jupiter energy, Wheel of Fortune, we have expansion. We have growth. It's like now's the time where you put in all of that energy and effort that you're going to see the most growth of your business, of your life, of your whatever it is. So maybe I want to see that in the pentacles, right? 9 or a 10 of pentacles. Let's see what we have. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see. A King of Cups. A King of Cups. The King and the Prince are both fixed energies, right? A commitment, a promise. Fixing your heart and your body, really, on this particular work. Now, this is earth and water, right? So is this. So is this. This is seeing something that looks appealing, looks like it would feel good, and then, of course, we move in that direction like we're magnetized to it, right? This is desires that are leading us around. This is us being fixed in what we really, truly desire, knowing who we are and what we want and what means most to us so that we can resist this. We're in control of our heart and our body and our desires and our behaviors, not being led around by the carrot, that's out there in the world. We know what we want. So this is really like a corrective for that Princess of Cups. Okay? This is fixed earth energy and fixed water energy. Consistent behavior, consistent desire. That you want something, you want that Empress so desperately, so intensely, because that is your destiny, that's your purpose, that's your mission in life. that all of these other little desires are not going to have any kind of effect on you. You know, it's like, well, yeah, go ahead and have a drink in front of me. It's not gonna bother me. Go ahead and cook the pizza in the oven. I don't care. Now, of course, we don't want to tempt fate in that way, right? But this is your ability to withstand all of that and stay consistent. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Keep doing what you're doing. Do more of it, is the message from Spirit. We're going to do an I Ching reading. We're going to do some oracle cards in the extended reading. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Leo on Tuesday and Saturday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.